Absolutely, I do remember that.
We go to 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out. And away we go.
Still a terrible angle, so I'm going to go on board with Dunk, who gets an awful start in the McLaren.
Ryanrod's already down the inside of Lightwork and already ahead coming out of turn 1. Lightwork could use some ERS here, maybe try and come back at him, but he's not going to be able to.
The Red Bull Fury are going really wide into turn 1. Maybe a little bit of collision or didn't have room.
Quite possibly Dace trying to put some pressure on Scornsy. And Galloway and Tweezer swapping positions as Nicky spins.
Oh, Nicky Tweezer's out. Oh
They've
no.
come together there. Nicky and Tweezer, perhaps Nicky span.
Safety car on track.
Not too sure, but that is a full course safety car on the track.
Well, it didn't take long to bring out the first safety car. Of course, it's known as kind of a dangerous track. Yeah, so who's going to time this well? It's very difficult for P2 to get this right, but P3 can watch P1 and might be able to get a jump. Let's see what happens.
Ryanrod's got early. He's got a massive jump on Lightwork. Lightwork did not expect it. He's going to come under pressure.
Dace though,
turn 1. Dace on the back of
very close to the Ferrari. He's going to box Scornsy in. Really nicely executed there. Can he keep it? Yeah, leaves a bit of space.
Back at him. Dace struggling a little bit.
Gets the traction.
Scornsy maybe, but he manages to get it.
Well executed move there from the Flying Fish up into the podium positions.
That was a great restart there by Ryanrods. That was restart 101 there. You need to put it in the textbook, I think. Absolutely fantastic. They still under pressure.
Slight wobble from A-Dub there in the midfield, and oh, what a catch from Sharia. He's overtaken by Scavney, but that could have been well worse. And he just caught that in the rear view of a car in front. Shelley goes a bit wide. Galloway and Easy Rider, I think, were swapping positions there, but it's hard to tell from not exactly looking at that part of the conga line.
Already a pretty big gap between P6 and 7. Is that the difference?
Oh, Ferrari around Valentine. He's in the wall. Recovers it though. I can't tell if he's got a front wing or not. Either way, he's at the back of the field. And it's
a full course safety car.
Another safety car. They won't be dead by any means, but going to the end seems like a great shout. No, that's a dummy. Scornsy though. Wait, sorry.
No, Ryanrod's
yeah,
in.
you're right.
Ryanrod's is in.
Yeah, Dace and Lightwork were the ones. Oh, we're getting some penalties here.
Picks up the 5 seconds, so did Jonathan Dunk. Onto the hard tyres goes Ryanrod's.
About to go green. Oh, it's indecision ahead. And Landsy doesn't get the best timing there. Does Dace? Not really.
Not really, about equal, but he had too much of a gap to Lightwork there coming out of the last corner, and Lightwork's going to retain that position.
Scavney's having a look around the outside of A-Dub. He's going to have more traction because we know the assists are different.
Yeah,
oh, there's contact behind as well. Sharia and Forward behind them side by side. Very close to contact. We've got some yellow flags.
That's for Smith Powell. There's wing damage, and that's a big crash. Massive crash. Massive crash. Six or seven cars it looked like involved.
Whoa.
There. Huge crash.
Good
Debris
grief.
Flying everywhere. Easy Rider Yowie is going to have an easy ride on a scooter back to the pits. And that's somehow.
Wait, is De Vries in this game?
Well, yep, Easy Rider and KB are out, and that, of all the collisions, is not a safety car able to be picked off here by the Ferrari, who's got a second back by. Oh, actually lets off the throttle there.
Yeah.
Responsible thing to do though, because you don't want to be bump drafting here. That's not quite going to make it. Oh! Gonna have to give that position back, I would imagine. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Costing him time though. They're both out of DRS now. Sharia's out of DRS to the pack in front. Won't be activated until next lap though, so there is time.
Scornsy's been looking surprisingly human this season. We'll see if he can remedy that situation.
Alright, makes the move though there. Don't tell me Ryan Rogers is going to make multiple moves in one. No, he plays it relatively safe.
This is some
just
spicy coleslaw, baby. A-Dub nearly gets spun around there with a little bit of a tap from Ryan Rods. It's going to put him on the back foot for maybe Sharia to have a look, but he backs out of it. Scornsy slipping past as well. So Scornsy right all over the back of Ryan Rods yet again. Dusty Lusky slipping past Shelley the Turtle as well.
Super unfortunate for A-Dub there, of course. Podium last week as Ryan goes very wide. Has to go off the track completely and looks like he's going to surrender that position to the Ferrari of Scornsey. So net lead change there though.
Would put a lot of pressure on Lanzi as well. He might be able to get the move done here. He goes to the right hand side and then past he goes with the DRS. Lanzi tucking up in the slipstream as well, though he might be able to attack forward again. We know just how powerful the DRS is down this straight.
Wow, forward's gone up the field massively since we last talked about him, even without the mustache.
Goes to the inside and just about thinks better of it, but Scornsey might actually look to get Lanzi on the exit. Can you beat him for traction? Lanzi, Scavney ahead, I think that was pitting as well. Yep.
Yeah, pitting off the
Trying to
soft
get off those
tyre.
soft tyres, but we might go 3 wide.
Does he go to mediums or?
Scornsey thinks better of it as Lanzi gets cleanly past. Scornsey tucking up behind Lanzi, trying to follow him through, but it doesn't quite work out. Lanzi might not even get the position himself here though, because forward's going to keep fighting it back, and forward is going to retain that position.
Nicky, well, 2 seconds behind Nicky, but he'll be on the back of him very soon as
The
Scornsey.
move here on Lanzi. Light work also able to break the DRS to Dace as well, which happened this lap. It's rather significant for the lead of the race as well. Light work just needs to try and get away. As we have yellow,
got yellow flag.
He aggressively shut that one off and he had to back out and think better of it, but he's going to be tucked up right behind Lanzi as they approach this straight. Goes to the outside.
Both of them have DRS, but look at the speed that Ryan is able to carry. He might have less downforce potentially on his setup.
Ladies
And a great
collided.
fight
Yeah.
down the straight as well between M. Galloway, A-Dub and Sharia Coleslaw. M. Galloway moving to the outside of A-Dub, looking to make that move into turn 1. Sharia trying to follow him through. They're going to go side by side and A-Dub breaks later.
Yep, Galloway with a quiet run.
This is going to let Ryan...
True, but he might have it next straight because it's we've got a McLaren in trouble. It's J Dunk. Full course safety car. Okay, it's time to jump in the pits. Lucky for Lightwork and Dace, they weren't past the pit entry. That has happened to a couple of drivers recently.
To pit or not, but he decided not to. That's unfortunate.
I mean, he absolutely shouldn't have. Oh no, another 5-second penalty. And that's far worse for him than it has been for the drivers who had it already, because they can make another pit stop and serve it.
And that's contact between Ryan Rods and forward.
Really?
I think Ryan Rods might have just gotten away with that. And we're going to have Lightwork, of course, managing the restart here. Dace needs to not make the same mistake. He needs to be a little bit closer. He is nice and close here, and Lightwork goes. Dace stays sort of with him, but not well. Dusty gets a good exit.
Side by side action behind. Scavney is under pressure here from Scornsey. Scornsey outbraking him into turn 1. Oh, and Scavney sideways. He's been hit.
That was very foolish by forward. I think he's going to take a penalty for that one. But we'll have to evaluate that with the angles after the race.
Are you confident that was forward that made contact with Scavney there?
Yeah, it was definitely A-Dub. It was definitely forward that made the contact. It looked like they were Scornsey and Scavney were too wide. They were they were already turning in when forward then put his wing in down the inside, tapped the rear of Scavney and caused him to spin.
Well, he's got 10 lap pressure tyres on mediums, yeah.
And Dusty doesn't actually end up defending that, so it's rather strange. You'd think if you were going to defend it on the first straight, defend it on the second, but does Dusty let his teammate by?
Doesn't really let his teammate by the easiest. Forward's going to take advantage of that massive amount of traction there the Haas is provided with. Fastest lap there for Lightwork. Worth a point. Could be interesting by the end of the race. Soft tyre, the most likely one to record that time, of course. Been supporting forward, now he's asking for forward to be cancelled.
Lanzi gets his way past Dusty. That was a long time coming, I think. Dusty.
Got a question there from, as we see, Scornsey.
He looks to
yeah, that's... The softs must be dead. Scornsey looking like he's true.
You just got to wait and see, as Dusty might actually come back at Lanzi here. Lanzi overtook him, but he overtook him before the DRS detection point. And he's going to have to send this one down the inside as well, though he can't let Dusty re-overtake him, and he can't stay behind for another sector. He's going to lose so much time. But he just runs a little bit wide as well from being put on an imperfect line there from Dusty.
And Dusty placed his car perfectly to maintain that position despite having a traction disadvantage.
Sharia going for the move here on A-Dub. They're going to go side by side.
Oh, it's very close.
They almost make a little bit of contact, but they don't. They keep it clean. Sharia might look to try and get the slingshot exit coming out of that corner. He'll be coming under pressure from Ryan Mods if he's not careful. A move behind there as forward tries to go around the outside of Dace. Dace makes it difficult.
Ooh.
They keep it clean so far, though. They're going to be side by side. On the run up to the left-hander, Dace might have to settle in behind here, and yes, well through sector 1, side by side, through the sweeping corners. Sharia Coleslaw with the best seat in the house, watching on from behind as M. Galloway does get overtaken there, now finds himself under pressure from Sharia Coleslaw. He looks to dive and duck and get underneath. A-Dub getting forced off there as well, it looked like. M. Galloway under pressure still, though, from Sharia Coleslaw.
Yeah, Sharia took advantage of that
Sharia
contra Tom in front of him
cleanly
and around the outside.
And yeah, Galloway really struggling with the grip. A-Dub may follow him through here.
Well executed there from Sharia.
If Galloway can defend it.
Oh, in the wall though. Red Bull clipped the wall. Oh, and again. Hopefully not damage there for Sharia.
A-Dub all over the back of Galloway. Sharia low on ERS, doesn't have the DRS. Galloway might come back at him into this chicane. It's not the best place to make a move. He's put himself actually
A-Dub's having a look there.
Line there, and A-Dub is going to switch it to the outside and go clean around the outside of the chicane on M. Galloway. Both of them with the DRS, so there's no advantage gained.
And here comes A-Dub now on Sharia.
And they might go 3 wide here. Sharia might lose out to both drivers. Almost a pinch there, but Sharia manages to avoid any contact. But he's going to be tucked up right behind M. Galloway, getting the best exit in the house from that the outside line. But no, he's
everyone low on ERS.
And A-Dub looks to try and make a move around. M. Galloway might look to switch back. No, he doesn't. He tries to keep his nose
not
in
much
there
space
on the
there.
inside. And we have
And there goes
a yellow flag for
Sharia back past. Seconds back from the cars in front.
When did that happen? When did Ryan Rods get Scornsey? They're side by side. Scornsey goes back around the outside.
They're still battling. They're still battling. Wow, it's all happening here. Hard to keep up with all the battles as there's contact with the wall for Ryan Rods. He's going to lose out maybe to forward. Yeah, forward's going for it here.
Looks for the move here. Might get this one done, but Ryan Rods, he has just got so much straight line speed. He really does.
Yeah, massive amount.
Pressure on Scornsey. This little bit of a kerfuffle has kept Scornsey out of the DRS range as well of light work. Ryan Rods might look to pass him. My prediction, remember, was that Ryan Rods would win and light work would finish off the podium.
Oh, there was a closing gap there. Ford tried to go for it, but I think he pulled out at a reasonable time.
Scornsey really struggling with his ERS though. Forward with a clear ERS advantage as they go down to turn 1. Forward ducking to the inside. He does get ahead of Scornsey. Will he stay ahead though throughout the corner? Scornsey can't fight that one back unless he maybe tries the up and under to try and nail the exit, but he's just going to be a little bit too far back. And that's a great move there by Forward down the straight.
For the penalty, we've got P2 with potentially a damaged wing, P3 with a penalty looming overhead. Does Scornsey just need to stick with the group? And has he got this under control? Has a big flap of oversteer there from Forward.
There is fighting all over the place here as well. A-Dub is attacking M. Galloway.
Battle for P2. Forward is down the inside. Contact made. Where is... Yep, Scornsey's going to come flying past as well. That won't be causing a smile on Ryan Rods' dial.
Don't forget, it's the last corner of the last lap.
You're absolutely right. Championship leader is going to cross the line first, but won't win the race. He's only got a 2-second lead.
Corner, I think. What can Forward
No,
do?
there's DRS opportunity here from Forward, and he gets him.
Forward gets it, and Forward wins the race on the track at least.
By 9 thousandths of a second.
Afterwards. But let's go back to Sharia Coleslaw, M. Galloway, A-Dub, that little fight. They're on the run down to the line, and
so many close battles.
Scavney doesn't quite have the ERS to try and make a move on Galloway. Sharia actually managing to escape that fight a little bit. I think he just got past Dusty, and then Dusty was the train. We'll see Valentine crossing the line now to finish P13. What on earth is going on? But that's okay. Here comes Nicky, the final driver to complete the race, making his way through Sector 3 at a jogging pace, shall we say.
So Gabri has gone from supporting Forward to wanting to cancel him to now being very proud of his boy, which is fair enough because he has provisionally won the race. Stewards might have something to say about it, but can I just point out that I said at the start of this broadcast, if the gap between first and second is less than 0.125 like it was last season, we're going to have an exciting race. And the gap between first and second was 0.009 this time.